Exactly. So, I mean, there was a point that you reached with your kids after this consistency and this practice, where you realized this is
Yeah.
working. This methodology is actually something worthwhile and worth sharing. What was that point that you recognized? I've got something here.
So I tell this story in the first course in the allowance course, um, but it's great. I mean, it was life changing for all of us, for our whole household. So my oldest Grace was she was either 9 or 10 at the time, and she had money to burn. It was just after her birthday. I think she had like $20 or so in her pocket that she was like, okay, I'd like to go to the toy store and buy a toy. That's what I want to do with my birthday money. And I have this $20 set to spend. So great. So we go to the toy store, and actually it was the four of us. It was my wife, and also my little one was with us. And so the four of us going to the toy store, and Grace walks up to this board game. It was called Googly Eyes. I'll never forget it. And she pulls it off the shelf, and she's like, okay, I think this is the one. And now I'm going to get the numbers a little wrong, but the point is the same. So my wife, she scans it with her phone, and she says to my daughter, she says to Grace, she's like, look, now on Amazon, and we pay for Prime, so it's like in 2 days you could get this for $10. Um, and here in the store, it's like $16. Something that was like a $6 or $4 difference or whatever it was. And so keep in mind, she's 9 years old, right, or 10 years old, and she's staring at that box. She's practically drooling. I'm practically like wiping the drool off her face because she's envisioning taking it home, right then and playing it. And it's her birthday. She's super excited. And so after like 10 minutes, I go back. I'm like, okay, Grace, it's decision time. What do you want to do? And she put it back on the shelf, and she said, I think I'm going to wait because it's not worth the extra, $4 or $6, whatever it was for the 2 days. It's more important that I save that money. So what are we trying to teach our kids, right? The need versus want, but, delayed gratification for a 9-year-old or for a 10-year-old that has, in her eyes, a wad of cash in a toy store. Like, to me, I was blown away that it worked as
Winning.
right. Hashtag winning. So I was completely blown away. I was like, this is gold. And so that's when that's really when the wheel started turning. One, that I knew that it was working for them, but two, that, okay, maybe that whole athlete concept, maybe that doesn't make sense. Maybe this is, since I'm living, eating, and breathing this, and I can do this myself, maybe this is what really needs to go out into the community. And so that was the kind of the moment that
Yeah.
sense of responsibility was born without a name, and also that it was like, yeah, I'm on the right path.